Welcome to Seat Time, everybody, the off-road show that brings you all the results, news, and online shenanigans that make being online a good time. We'd like to say thank you to Fly Racing for their support of Seat Time. Please go check them out at flyracing.com. All right, welcome to Seat Time, everybody. So for those of you who have no idea what you're watching right now, or maybe for the people that have no idea that they're not watching right now, this is Seat Time. So we're actually broadcasting on the internet right now for all of those fun folks to see. If anybody wants to come sit down and talk with some pro racers, maybe drink a few beers, or if you're into water, that's fine too. You can come do that. So for those of you who have no idea, Seat Time, you can find us at seattime.co is our website where all the fun stuff goes on. My name is Brian Pierce, and I have Clay Stuckey here next to me today, and he's out here with some fun demos. So Clay, tell us about what Sherco's doing in the States and what you're doing with these fun bikes over here for everybody.
Well, we've been the gas distributor for a little over 3 years. We had, earlier this year, we got the opportunity to add Sherco to our business, and we're glad we did. They've got some pretty new and exciting stuff. It's a bike, though, that a lot of people haven't never seen. So expecting someone to go buy a motorcycle that they've never seen before is a pretty big stretch. So we've been doing demo rides at all the National Enduros this year, and so that's what we've been doing here all day.
And how have a lot of people that haven't seen these Shercos before, how have they kind of reacted to riding these I guess, new to them European bikes?
That's been really good. Really positive comments. They like the fit and the finish. A lot of the little features that are on the bike comes with a map switch. It comes with a throttle cam that can be adjusted. It comes with a quick adjust on the brake lever. Just a lot of little things like that. When they look at the bike, they recognize that it's a quality motorcycle and it's well thought out. Then when they ride it, they really like it, which I think you can say yourself.
Yeah, no, for sure. I actually did. I got to ride the pre-production 2014 250, the 250 two-stroke, and then as well I got to ride the 2013 300 four-stroke.
Right.
Both of those bikes were really good. I really like the power delivery on the 250, and of course the 300 I really enjoyed because of the fact that with those four-strokes you go out and you just kind of can lug them around and you can ride. It doesn't feel like you have to ride them as aggressively, and I really like that about those bikes. So they were a great ride. I'm actually going to ride the 300 tomorrow, and we're going to race it. So
yes,
that's going to be interesting. So we're just going to go out there and have fun and see how that goes. It's going to be fun to talk about. So if anybody out there wants to learn more about Shercos or find out more information from you, where can they go to do that?
Well, our website is shercooffroad.com. We've got a lot of information on that site. My phone number and contact information is on that site. You're more than welcome to call me anytime, email me, catch me at a race. My son and I race all the National Enduros plus some other stuff around us, so we're races almost every weekend.
Awesome. Well, cool. I really appreciate all the hospitality that you have shown to me to help out with doing Seat Time and letting me ride the bikes and let everybody else ride the bikes too. Yep. It's awesome that you're doing that, and I look forward to riding one tomorrow.
Okay. Awesome.
So cool, man. Well, I appreciate that. We're going to get Brad Bakken in here because he is standing about as close to me as anybody needs to stand. Turn that one off as we switch people because that was fun. As we go ahead and bring Brad Bakken in here, it's great timing because of the fact that, for those of you who don't know, this has actually been brought to you by Fly Racing. Fly Racing has been helping Seat Time out. They're a fantastic supporter of Seat Time, fantastic supporter of gentlemen like Brad Bakken. So for those of you, you're like, oh, I don't know anything about Fly Racing. Flyracing.com is the website where you can go check them out. The product that I keep referring to that I'm really happy about is the new U-Sway hydration packs. Mm-hmm. They have partnered up with Liat, and through there you can get the hydration pack that they have. It works complete with the Liat system, so it's pretty much custom made for those neck braces. So it's really great stuff. So go check it out at flyracing.com. And if nothing else, we definitely thank them for their support, right, Mr. Bakken?
Oh yeah, that's the exact hydration pack I use. So
yeah,
can't thank those guys enough.
Right, and so for those of you who don't know, Mr. Bakken, you're going to be running 25 tomorrow. Is that correct? So that means that you got 5th at the last Enduro, right?
Yep.
What have you thought about that number system? Now that we're at the last race, do you think they just did that for this year? How do you think that the new numbering system for the pros is beneficial, different, good, indifferent? What's the thoughts?
I think it's a good system they have because it kind of shows everyone spectating or just the riders what they finished at the last race or the pros finished at the last race, and it kind of, you want to get a good number and be like, yeah, I'm on 21 or 22 or 23, so, or I sucked and got 30.
Why am I 36? Oh, right, that's because I did horrible at the last race. One thing that I was thinking is that it was going to work out well, but I kind of thought it would be more beneficial for you guys to maybe not have to change numbers as much if they did it for what place you were in through the series, as the series went out throughout the year. I don't know if that changed, so if you're in 4th place going into the 5th round, then you'd be 24 at that point. I don't know if that changes it, makes it much different or not, or it's just a different way to do a number changing system, but that's kind of the way I was thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you could do it.
It's called math. We'll let other people do the math, and we'll just complain about it or give our opinions later, right?
Oh, yeah. Just walk up and whatever number they want to give me, I'll run it.
Yeah. So you went to Big Sky at the Off-Road National Championships, and you got 2nd place. You did a fantastic job up there, and you pretty much went on a winning spree after that. You've been doing a lot of local enduros and doing a really good job there. How using that kind of momentum, how do you think you're going to do tomorrow, having a chance to see the course and look around?
It actually looks pretty awesome. I was actually expecting it to be a little more kind of Texas-y, like a little more baked trail and a little rockier, but it's actually a good like sandy, not sandy, but like red clay sandy mixture, and we got a good amount of rain the last couple of days, so it's really helped it out a lot, and I'm really looking forward to it with all these airplanes everywhere.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting tomorrow. We're going to be like, oh, why am I? Oh, right, yeah, there must be an airport nearby, or some guy's breaking the law.
Yeah.
One of the two. Yeah. Well, I wanted to know what's your 2014 looking like. Is there anything that you can talk about now, or anything that you can almost make head north toward, if you will?
Well, I've been talking to a couple different people. Nothing set in stone yet. I'm sure I know everyone's kind of waiting for their budgets and everything to come out. And
I can tell you what my budget is.
Yeah, you gonna sponsor me next year? Oh.
Yeah, I know. You see you can't really see it, but it's my wife right now that's running everything.
Yeah.
So that's our budget.
Yeah. Well, I've been talking to a couple different people, and with Obermeyer for sure. Talking with him a lot, so there's a good chance I'll go back with him, but still a couple of different things in the works. But
right. Do you think we're going to see you do any GNCC racing next year? Or is that something you're...
Yeah, I'll for sure be at the first couple, kind of like I did this year, and see how it goes. Not going to lie, it's been kind of nice not having to do them, because with Enduros and GNCCs, it's a ton of traveling.
Yeah.
And with the 2 schedules came out last week, and I would be on the road every single weekend for like 3.5 months. So,
well, I mean, you can get like a travel bed opposed to being in a motel bed all the time. You can just bring your own. Like, hey man, this is my personal bed. I need this. You can put that in your contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I want this mattress at every race.
Yeah. This one.
Yeah.
Right here.
Well, cool. Well, good luck tomorrow. I thank you for sitting down. I see Mr. Andrew DeLong is over there. He looks like, I mean, he's just itching to get on.
He wants
to talk.
Yep.
So where can people find you if they want to learn more information about you out there on the internet?
You can find me on my Twitter, or Instagram, Facebook. Twitter is, I think it's Brad_Bakken.
I'm going to go with yes.
Something like that.
I should know, but hey, if Hoop was here, he'd know. That guy's a memory.
Yeah. And then I don't know my Instagram one either. It's like Brad T. Bakken or something.
So what we're learning right now is Brad Bakken is the worst social media person ever, and you should probably just Google it.
No,
don't ask him.
You know, the good thing, go to Seat Times and then look me up off of there.
Yes, because he is actually the rider that's been on the show the most.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we had a gentleman up in the Northeast that won an entire set of Fly Evolution gear because he knew that you were the rider that had been on the show the most.
Perfect.
So it's good for him, right?
I'll be on whenever you want me.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, cool, man. Before you drop that thing, turn it off so we don't kill too many people's ears over here.
Yep.
We're going to get Andrew to come up. I really appreciate you, dude. Good luck tomorrow, man. Turn it off. And, okay, so as we're talking about social things, I definitely have to say, if anybody out there is on Facebook, you know, maybe you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, all that kinds of stuff, Seat Time is definitely out there. You can find us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Seat Time. And as well, we're on Twitter, SeatTime_CEO. Sam Reynolds is coming up, Mr. Man from our 100th episode. He's a good guy. And then, of course, we're on Instagram. It's just Seat Time.
I know.
He's feeling, he's like, oh, God, look at these famous people. He's just screwing up the show more than anything. If there's anything that guy does, he makes everything better. Because you know why? He brings beer to the party.
Absolutely.
Every time. Okay, so we've got Mr. Andrew DeLong. One thing I will tell you, if for some reason you get a little bit of feedback, just do what I'm doing and lean back. Feel gangster. It feels good. So, Mr. Andrew DeLong, what's going on, dude?
Nothing much. Just hanging out in Oklahoma, checking out all the scenery and
Ready for some National Enduro winning?
yeah, I'm ready. It looks really, really good, and I'm excited for tomorrow. I thought it would be a little bit more rocky than what it is, but it looks to be red clayish and really, really good traction. So I'm excited.
I have to ask, because of the fact that you went into Texas where you got your win at Concho, and you were kind of just like out there, you were like, oh, I'm having fun, I don't really know. You didn't give it too much thought. Do you feel like that are you in a mindset right now where you feel like you're going to come out and do that again, or are you going to, where are you at right now? How do you feel about tomorrow?
I feel pretty good. I mean, I've been riding really good lately, and I'm just, ever since my injury and coming back, I've been just having fun. So
Yeah.
Not too much pressure on myself, just going out and doing wheelies and, trying to hit all my lines perfect. And when you do that, everything seems to flow a lot better, and I'm just having fun right now. So
If you're rocking it at 12 o'clock, you're having a good time?
I do like to do that sometimes.
That's what I've heard about you and your crazy professionals. Well, you've been really kicking butt in the GNCCs lately. You did a fantastic job. You've won the last 3, right, in the XC2 class.
Yeah.
So we're going to be going to Ironman next weekend. How do you feel about going there? I mean, what's your past at Ironman? How do you typically do out there?
I've never won there, so
Never won there.
I've been on
You're
the
looking to win there then, huh?
Yeah, I've been on the podium twice, and definitely would like to get a win there before, it's my last ride on a 250F, and I definitely would like to win. I don't want to go out on a not winning the last race on my last ever ride on one, so definitely going to be pushing hard to win and end the season on a good note.
Yeah, and actually, it's funny that you say that last ever ride on that bike, because not only because it's a 250F, but those Husqvarnas, as we know them now, are not going to be around next year. So is there any do you have any precursor to what your 2014 looks like?
No, not right as of now. I mean, I got a couple people in the works right now, but nothing's really set in stone. Got a couple people talking, but not until the contract's in your hand, you can't make your decision. So just right now, just sort of setting it back, focusing on this season and trying to do my best that I can now. And,
right.
We'll see what happens in the next couple weeks.
We got this guy coming in just like, hey, check it out. I'm going to go pull in. This show's awesome.
Yeah, he's probably just, shining the light to make us look good.
Super fan?
Yeah.
Super fan 101. Well, cool, man. Well, we're out there on the internet. Can people find you, all of your social jazz?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I think I'm Husky Guy 8 on Twitter and ADeLong 7 on Instagram, and then Facebook, just Andrew DeLong.
Awesome, dude. Any last words of wisdom for all the people out there?
Have fun.
Blood in the water, right?
Yeah, blood in the water.
Awesome, man. We'll turn that thing off before you put it down. I see Mr. Charlie Mullins is hanging out over there. We're going to go ahead and get him over here if we can, so we can talk to him for a little bit. I definitely, again, want to say, did you turn it off? Did you turn it off? Did you turn it off? Yes. I don't know. I don't believe him. Just get in here quick. Jump back, quick. You have to realize we definitely work on a shoestring budget, so this is about as good as it gets. I mean, you get the comfy chair, though. That's nice, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You look healthy. You feeling healthy?
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, you feel like a National Enduro champion?
Yeah, it's set in by now, and
Good.
It's good. Want to get through here and start thinking about 14.
Yeah, so you're already thinking about 14. Is there anything that you guys are doing different to just kind of figure out, you've won. You've got the championship right now. You're out here racing. You're going to be at the banquet tomorrow night. Is there anything you guys are doing different on the bike to kind of just try to, because you kind of have a freebie, but you can go out and try to get another win too, and maybe get that $5,000 purse. But is there any playing around y'all are doing?
Yeah, definitely. We're testing some gearing, some tires, just a few little things that I've been wanting to try. The only time I really get to ride the 350s here, so it's kind of like my test day tomorrow. So, a few things to try out, and I rode the test loop today, and the bike felt good. So, and the dirt looks awesome. So I think tomorrow's going to be a great day.
Yeah, the dirt does look awesome. One of the things, I got to go out today and ride the 350, the new 2014 XCW. First time I've actually been on a 350 since they've come out. Loved that bike. And I wanted to know if you wanted to go race me.
Yeah, we can.
I think we could do that.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to have a dirt bike, but you're going to have to run.
That doesn't sound fair.
That doesn't sound fair?
No.
I think that's perfectly fair. I don't think there's any way that you would have to do like 2 or 3 loops for one of my loops to see how it works out. So 2014, you did mention that you were already kind of looking forward to that. One of the things I thought you would be looking forward to or looking towards is the fact that you're 2 points up on Caleb Russell right now for the GNCC.
Actually 2 points down.
You're 2 points down.
Yeah.
See, so Caleb Russell's got you. But the thing I had a lot of talk with Jarrett Bolton about this because of the fact that you guys actually, your XC1 points is actually off of overall, correct? Not like class XC1 points?
Yeah, it's kind of the overall championship is based on overall. I'm really not sure why they do a class points, but as far as like the championship's concerned, it goes off overall, and currently he has 2 points on me. So basically, last round, it's just kind of who finishes in front of who is going to take the championship.
As I was trying to get out there, we unfortunately had some things go on with our family, so we've got some family obligations next weekend. I was trying to get out there because I think that that's going to be some awesome racing. So you guys have been really, really tight. I mean, do you think it's just going to be you and him just like pushing each other, just going for it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty intense battle. I seem to ride well at Crawfordsville, and so does he. So I think it's going to be just, fastest guy wins, basically, is what it's going to be. Hopefully the weather cooperates and we get a good, fair race, nothing too muddy, just, a perfect day of racing, I think would be awesome.
Yeah, and typically at Ironman, you actually have some pretty good finishes out there. So, I mean, do you feel comfortable going into Ironman just knowing that you can put down the same laps and the pace that you have in the past?
Yeah, it's different every year, but like I said, I seem to ride fairly well at Crawfordsville. So, but it's a new year, so you really don't know what it's like until you get there, especially with the weather. I've raced here when it's been one of the dustiest races I've ever raced, and some of the muddiest races I've ever raced, and perfect races. So this is one of those places where it definitely it can go both ways, and I've been kind of keeping track of the weather, and look, as of right now, it looks like it should be pretty good for this weekend or next weekend.
Cool. Well, definitely good luck. It's going to be some awesome battle, and I look forward to seeing it. I think one of the last things I wanted to ask about is I saw that you and Josh Strang both dropped by the hospital with Jason Hooper and Chris's their new little baby. Were you guys trying to rub off as much pro power on her so she can be like a kick butt dirt bike girl in the future, or is it just family love?
I'd say family love, but it was awesome. Huge congrats to them. I know the feeling that they're going through, so definitely an awesome and amazing experience. So I wish them the best of luck, and they got a beautiful little daughter.
Yeah, they do. Congrats to them as well. It's awesome that everything's gone so well. Well, Charlie Mullins, we really appreciate you taking the time to drop by. I don't know what your ritual is, but I guess you're going to get back to it and stop being goofy with me, which I really appreciate. I've had to hold you back. I thought you were going to get crazy and jump out of the chair there for a second. It was pretty tough.
You know how I can get.
Yeah,
so,
he's pretty serious. Yeah. Well, go ahead and turn that mic off and just drop it on the chair before you get up. Apparently, we're having our string budgets are being absolutely phenomenal, if you will. I see Nick Farringer. He just looks like he's just get over here. Looks like he's just chomping at the bit to get over here. I think he technically punched Russell Bobbitt. He's like, no, I am next on seat time. Right? No, Boston's like, whatever. Check. The one thing I will warn you is that if you lean too far forward, you can tell my awesome gangster lean that I have going on, you might get a crap ton of feedback. So that's awesome. So you've been on the show recently, and we got to talk to you about after coming back from the ISDE. So what's been going on besides that? About 2 weeks ago, I think. But what else has been going on? You been having fun?
Yeah, having a little bit of fun, riding some bikes. Obviously, coming back after 6 days, I wasn't super motivated to ride. I mean, I was motivated to ride.
Your butt was really sore still.
Not even. I was kind of worn down a little bit, rode a little bit, and then it was kind of a mixed bag. I blew a gasket on my bike, and I'm like, I guess I can't ride this weekend. So,
don't want to fix that.
So I went and did some bicycle riding, and I did get back on the dirt bike this week, and I feel a lot better.
You look awesome. You've kind of got this like mountain man. I mean, I know I've got a little bit of scruff going on and stuff, but I think you're pulling it off really well. Is that like a new thing for you? You try to find a girlfriend or boyfriend? I don't know. Whatever.
No, I didn't shave it 6 days, and I had a beard, and I trimmed it way back for this.
Apparently, the ladies dig it.
Some of them do, some of them don't. So
I know. Luckily, my wife doesn't care. That's her right there. In case you don't know, say hi. It's okay.
What's up?
Don't hit on her. That was like a what's up, what's up. That's not. You can't do that. Jeez, Nick, that's my wife. She's pregnant. Did you know that?
You
my wife's
got that girl
pregnant.
up?
I did. Happened again. Too much practicing, folks. You get babies. Tell us a little bit about the fact. Okay, so we've got these new Huskies coming out, obviously, and there's all kinds of talk about looking like Husabergs and stuff with KTM kind of purchased them or rebranded. Have you had a chance to throw a leg over any of those bikes?
No, as far as I know, there are no new Huskies really out or here yet.
In the States?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's so many awesome bikes right now and a lot of companies that are, putting their name in our basket for opportunities for a ride next year. We're just, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with my future in the sport because it's really hard right now and I love doing it, but it's hard to do it and make a living. So I'm trying to figure out the best way for me to do that.
Yeah, opposed to being a nomad all the time.
Yeah, I don't mind that, but it'd be nice that, I was putting something away for when I decided to establish myself, as a normal person.
Hang up your boots?
Yeah, hanging up my boots.
Well, are you going to be with Air Group Radiant?
Yeah.
Tell us about how that deal's worked for you and a little bit about them so people out there can know why they've been helping out the series and helping guys like you out and stuff like that.
Well, Jack and Ted with the Air Group, Air Group, if you don't know, is a shipping logistics company. They work with a lot of big companies, and if you want to ship a motorcycle, you can hit them up. They'll ship your bike. They'll ship freight for, they'll organize all sorts of.
Is that how you got your bike to 6 days?
No, actually, I rented a bike. They gave me a super good deal.
2014 too, didn't you?
2014 bike, yeah. It's fresh. Was fresh.
Yeah, after 6 days of what you would do to a motorcycle, I can imagine it was pretty wrecked.
No, actually, I came home and got on my regular bike, and I was like, man, that 6 days bike was way fresher than this.
You're like, oh, those Huskies are going to be great. Yeah, that was a cut. I'm just saying. Well, cool, man. Well, I know that you're looking forward to having a good race tomorrow. You've had a chance to kind of go out there and check things out. What's it looking like to you? How do you a guy like you's going to do out there?
I don't know. I didn't check it out.
You did not check it out. You rode in Stillwell, though, in the rain at 43 degrees.
Yeah, it was chilly. Made my nipples hard.
So you don't think that's going to happen tomorrow?
I hope not. No, I
think the question I was looking for was, do you mean it's going to be cold or my nipples are going to be hard?
Maybe a little from column A, maybe a little from column B.
You might have a good Sunday, is what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't check out the course or anything. I usually don't like to do that, but the terrain around here looks pretty awesome. The dirt's super sticky, and it sounds like it's going to be fun. So
I think it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be on road 26 with your boy Bobbit over there. Look at him, just leaning over there, just looking all mean mugging at me. He's like, hurry up, I'm ready to go eat.
He's got a mean grasp on that factory shirt coat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool, dude. What kind of social stuff you got going on? You got any media out there you want to throw around so people know where to find you if they're not already?
Sometimes I prefer not to be found, but if you so desire.
If you think his beard is sexy and you'd like to give him a call. No?
I've got let's see, Instagram and a Facebook. Just put my name in there and you'd probably find it.
Nick Fahringer.
Yeah, that's me. I've got a Twitter, but I've never tweeted. I don't Twitter twat. I don't do that.
Nope, no Twitter in the twat. It's not going to happen. Hey, you said it first. I'm just going with it. Well, cool. Well, I appreciate you sitting down. We're going to go ahead and get Bobbit on because I know you guys need to get your grub on and stick to your routine. I really appreciate you doing that. Make sure you turn the mic off. Just drop it in the seat there because if not, the show hits the deck.
The show must go on.
Right. So again, for those of you who just kind of like see what's going on, this is Seat Time. We do this every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. We have a show. We talk to all of the awesome off-road racers throughout the country. We're the online show for the off-road enthusiasts. Do you like that tagline, Mr. Bobbitt? Yeah. You're like, that's not too bad. I might enjoy that. I will preface you again, just in case. Don't lean forward too much because those speakers suck.
Got it.
All right. So, Mr. Bobbitt, what's been going on with you, dude?
Not too much. I guess kind of a lot of the same. Just been finishing out the series, both the OMAs and the National Enduros here, and doing some mountain biking and just
having some fun.
Yeah, well, you're the OMA champion for 2013.
Yeah.
How does that feel, dude? Tell us a little bit about that.
I think it's great. I mean, that was the second year for me running that series, and just to get another championship, I think is really awesome. And being the first year on the Husaberg bike was, great to give them a championship and a title. So, I think that Bill Gussie and those guys put a lot of effort and heart into that series, and I was happy to support it.
Well, and typically, like say at the GNCCs, you do well, but you're not a top 5 contender at a GNCC in the XC1 class. But you've done really, really well at the OMAs. Tell us how those series differ. To kind of have some comparison.
Yeah, I mean the OMAs are definitely a lot tighter and more technical single track, so that kind of leads in my favor, I think. But I think racing, the hare scrambles the last couple years now. I think I've improved a lot in kind of open terrain as well, and looking forward to doing some more GNCCs when I can, and I think I'll be able to put in a better performance too.
You and Nick Farringer and Cole Kirkpatrick, it looked like you guys did, and one of the road bike, the KTM guys, got to go out and do a nice adventure ride. Are you going to become an adventure rider in your near future?
I don't know about near future, but I like to consider myself an adventure rider anyway. But
yeah, dirt bike, no dirt bike, yeah. I will ride adventure till it stops.
That's it. So what we did was bikes on bikes. We went to a bicycle enduro on adventures with our bicycles on the motorcycle. So that was
a lot of puns in there.
Yes, bikes on bikes on bikes. So it was really fun. I was actually hurt for the event, but I followed up and we filmed the deal, and it was really cool.
Yeah, the video that Cole Kirkpatrick made from that was awesome. He's been doing a really good job lately. Do you think that if we did a documentary of you, that it would be a good documentary if Cole Kirkpatrick did it? Or maybe not. Do you think we could make a good documentary with you?
Absolutely.
Is your life awesome?
Cole can make anything look good, so
he should do it then?
He should definitely do it. Yeah, and maybe we'll sell it to the Discovery Channel.
Like it's like, check it out. This is like what mountain men do when they live in the woods. With a dirt bike, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, dirt bikes and guns, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dirt bikes and guns. That's just put a beer in it. I'm like, heck yeah, that's my weekend right there, buddy. My wife's not letting me out anymore. So 2014, we've obviously talked with everybody else about this kind of stuff. What is your 2014 looking like? With all the new kind of changes in the KTM Husaberg world and the Husky stuff.
I mean, it's looking great. I'm really excited actually about next year and kind of ready to wrap this year up. And I think, with Husqvarna kind of taking off, that's going to be a big deal for next year and kind of be more separate than what Husaberg has been with KTM this year. So almost a rivalry in a sense. So I think it's going to be really cool and make it really interesting.
I'm really looking forward to it. I've in the 90s, I was riding Huskies when the Knights out of Mississippi, then they were dealers for those bikes. I loved them. I thought they were really great. Now, granted, yeah, it's a different company now. It's going to be run by different people. Engines are going to be totally different. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how they progress because of the fact that I think what KTM was doing with Husaberg, kind of saying, hey, here's your chance, run with our program. We know the base level works great, but then make it yours from that, and help and go from that. I think now that that's kind of moved over to Husky, they're going to have some just wicked-ass bikes in the near future.
Yeah, for sure.
Riding that 350 today, that's probably my 2015 bike.
Yeah, I rode actually all the demo bikes today, too, and that 350 was super fun, and so was the 450. I mean, it was just a blast.
You got to ride all the demo bikes today, right?
Yep.
What did you think of the 500?
I mean, I love the motor on that thing. It's so tractable, but it's just a little bit big for me personally. I mean, especially coming from just riding two strokes, so it's
right.
You feel a little bit of the extra inertia on that thing, but it's still a super cool bike.
Yeah, I can't believe that that's a bike that Mike Brown rode at 6 days. That's insane. I don't know if it was the XCW, but he was on one of the big bore 4-strokes, and that guy's just phenomenal. So it's cool to see all that. Well, appreciate you taking the time. I know everybody's got to get to their stuff, especially now that it's getting dinner time. So where can all the social stuff out there? Where can people find you on the internet if they want to connect with you?
Yeah, I got Russell Bob at Instagram, Russell Bob at Twitter, and also I think russellbobbitt.wordpress.com is my blog.
So you did not try to make it confusing, and you kept it pretty simple. You're like Russell Bobbitt. I don't have to do any extra spelling, no extra math, no hashtags, no underscores.
just 2 S's, 2 L's, 2 B's, and 2 T's.
I dig it. Well, cool. Before you run out of here, I'm going to close it up. We got Tanner Thomas is over here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and I want to talk to him for a little bit because he's doing great this year. He's one of our top amateurs. Go ahead and turn that off before you put it down, Mr. Bobbitt. But I really appreciate you stopping by. Have fun tonight, and we're going to see you in the morning because you and I are riding together, buddy. No? Okay. Bye. I was trying to high five. Can't do it? Okay. Later, Bobbitt. All right, Mr. Tanner Thomas is going to come in here, and then we're going to wrap it up. Everybody goes to dinner, hang out, and have fun. Sit down. I will tell you that mic's a little funky, so just lean back. Do like I am. It's like the gangsta lean, really. You know. So, Mr. Tanner Thomas, you're in the 250A class, and you're doing
A200 now.
A200. Oh my gosh, right? You're on the 125. So, but you've been doing really, really good. You're one of the top amateurs out there. So, where are you placed right now in the series?
Right now, I actually wrapped up the A overall championship at the last round. Right now, I'm in second for points, I think, in A200. I have a chance of wrapping that up, and really the thing we're focusing on is try to do the best we can in the regular overall and possibly get in the 10th. Depends on how things go.
That's pretty good, and you've gotten a couple into the top 10 for a couple different overalls at events, which is fantastic. So, you know, being a top amateur in a series like the National Enduro Series, where it's a little hard to find, you know, kind of, I guess, a lot of support and things like that to just do this specifically. You know, what kind of things do you try to look for when you're talking to different people, or things that you mention, or try to make yourself a more appealing rider?
Really, it's just, you know, try to be a personable person. You know, be out there talking to people about your sponsors, about what they have to offer. That's your responsibility as a person who's riding for them, is, you know, getting their name out there and saying the positive things you find about their products. And, you know, sometimes there are things that could be better, but, you know, mention that to them, and, you know, they can go back, review it, and, you know, it'll be better next time around.
Because you're not just getting the product, you're helping them better the product. You know,
exactly.
if there happens to be, you know, in things that could make it better.
Absolutely.
Like that. Well, I think that's a great way to look at it, and I totally agree. That you definitely should be somebody that's going to be able to give them 110% feedback, as well as, you know, 110% commitment to the brand and to the guys that you're riding with. So, have you had a chance to kind of check out the property and see what's going on out there?
A little bit. I've been riding a little test track here. I saw some of the grass track over there. Probably going to try to ride around and check out the starts of the sections a little later.
Well, I was wondering if you had geared up to be on seat time or if you had geared up to go ride, so that's what I was wondering.
You know, I like to have my sponsors' logos out there.
I was just thinking, I was like, he's definitely getting it all out there for everybody. This guy's committed. That's what I'm talking about. Well, once you get out there, I want to come hear what you think about it, because right now it looks awesome. It could dry out throughout the day. I don't know what the back test looks like, but the first couple tests, what row are you going to be on tomorrow?
I'm going to be on row 30.
Row 30. I think you're going to have some epic trails, because it looks so much fun out there, and I'm really looking forward to it. So do you have any kind of website or anything like that where people can come and maybe find out a little bit more information about you?
Yes, you can find me on Facebook under Tanner Thomas. You know, I don't really go on it that much, but it's something I check out. But definitely follow me on Twitter at @5OH4 Racing. And you can check out my blog that's going to be upcoming on innovationoffroad.com.
Boom. So you're hooking up with Mr. Zach Huberty?
Yes, he's been a very good friend of mine for many years, and you know, he's helped me out a lot, and I look forward to returning the favor. Dig it. Well, I as you should. And if you notice, he's wearing Fly Racing gear right now. I definitely have to give another shout out before we wrap it up here. Fly Racing helped us get here to this event, and they're putting this on for everybody. Again, this isn't just us sitting down here where nobody's watching. It's the fact that this is actually being broadcast on the internet. So those of you, again, don't know, Seat Time, or the Tuesday night, 8 p.m., the online show for the off-road enthusiasts, where everybody can come on, have a good time, do some beer drinking and some bench racing, and talk about all the off-road news that's going on, and all the race results. So where is that? Seattime.co is the website if you want to come and find us there. We're on Facebook, just like all these guys are. It's facebook.com/seattime. Of course, we're on Twitter, twitter.com/seattime_co, and Instagram is just regular old Seat Time. I mean, we're on YouTube and all that other kinds of fun stuff. But the good thing is you can, on YouTube, you can watch all these shows that we have archived. And as well, if you happen to just want to listen, you're riding all these races, you can take out your phone, get on Stitcher or iTunes, and you can actually just subscribe to the podcast. So you can get the audio and just listen to it. Maybe you're driving to work and you got too much traffic and all that kinds of stuff. So we really appreciate it if people head out there, listen in, and check it out, and just learn more about the show and come find us, and hopefully support more awesome, right? Yeah, definitely.
Dig it.
The audio definitely comes in handy when you're driving like 28 hours to Oklahoma from New Hampshire.
You're like, let me go talk to that guy who sucks on the internet. Oh, it happens to the best of us. Well, dude, really appreciate you taking the time to come stop by. Congratulations on doing such a great job this year.
Hey, thanks.
And I hope there's more for it in the future. And as we always say on Seat Time, remember to always enjoy a pint full of awesome. And I'll see you guys on Road 26 tomorrow. Rock. Let's give it.